Hello friends, Mandar here. I am back with another video. I'm going to go through this particular stream of work permit process which allows Canadian employers to select STEM candidates on a temporary basis. So if you are in the field of science, technology, engineering or mathematics, and if you are seeking work permit in Canada, this might be the fastest process if you can find an employer who is willing to support you in this particular stream. So if you are interested in global talent stream process of work permit for Canada, stick around until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I would also like to mention that I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. For your specific immigration needs, you should hire a competent immigration attorney. And as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And let's get started. In order to fill the talent gap in the area of STEM, the Canadian government made it easy for the employers in Canada to allow for an expedited work permit process for STEM candidates. So that allowed Canadian employers who are designated and who are participating in this program to file LMI for these STEM candidates on an expedited basis. In fact, the LMI processing in this particular stream, it takes only 10 to 15 days. And the work permit also takes 10 to 15 days. So this is much expedited process than your normal work permit application if you are to follow the normal process. Thus, this is a big advantage of global talent stream process where your application, if sponsored, can be processed within 10 or 15 days. So this program was started in 2017 as a pilot program for 2 years, and it got a huge popularity because of the specific need of this program and the expedited process to get the work permit. So due to the huge success of this program, the Canadian government decided to make this a permanent program. So within the Canada's global skill strategy, this is one of the things that Canadian government has implemented, which allows companies to quickly hire talented candidates to process their business in an expedited way. Now let's look at the categories within the global talent stream. Now there are two categories, category A and category B. Category A is particularly for researchers and scientists. It is specifically for people who have accomplished a lot in their area and who are going to work in the research and development and in the scientific engineering process. This will allow employers to hire high-skilled talent in an expedited way. Now let's look at who is covered under category B. There are specific NOC codes that are covered, and I'm going to take you to the official website to walk you through who is covered in this category B. Now as you can see, I'm at the canada.ca website and I'm at a page where it shows the category B occupation list. So as you can see, it's global talent occupation list. Now they have given NOC codes on the left hand side, the description of the occupation and minimum wage requirement for hourly and annual salary. So as you can see, lot of computer and information system managers, engineers, mathematicians and statisticians, information system analysts and consultants, database analysts and database administrators, software engineers and designers, computer programmers and interactive media developers, web designers, developers, computer network technicians, information system testing technicians, and several different categories in the visual arts, artistics, video gaming industry, and digital media designers. They all fall under this category. So if you have experience and knowledge in these categories or NOC codes, then you will be able to apply for a work permit under global talent stream. Now let's look at what are the program requirements for this global talent stream. I'll leave a link in the description for you to go into the details, but here's what you need to understand. This is an employer driven program. What it means is the employer has to participate in this program. The employer has to pay the fees of $1,000 to participate in the program per applicant. Now the employer has to prove that business is legitimate, and they need to prove that they are unable to find this talent within Canada through an LMIA, but this LMIA is specific to Global Talent Stream. There is a review process for the employer to be able to participate in this Global Talent Stream. They have to provide particular wage and necessary conditions to be able to participate in this program. So employer compliance is a big part of this process. There is a list of designated partners who will vouch for these employers to be able to participate in this program. So as a candidate, you don't need to worry about that part because that is employer part. Now let's look at what are the eligibilities for the candidate. So as I said, the candidate needs to have an experience in either category A or category B. The category A, as I said, is for researchers, scientists who are exceptional in their fields and will contribute to company's growth. The category B is mainly for information technology or technology jobs. Now what are the steps for this process, for this particular stream of work permit? The step number 1 is, as you know, the employer has to be eligible to participate in this program. So there is a designated list of entities that will vouch for these employers to be able to participate in this program. So once they find an employee or candidate, they will need to file an LMIA under this particular category. This particular LMIA for GTS category can take anywhere between 10 to 15 days. This is much expedited process compared to the typical LMIA. Now the interesting part about this particular type of LMIA is it waives the employers to prove that they tried to hire the candidate from within Canada first, which is an essential component of a typical LMIA process. And that's why this particular type of LMIA for Global Talent Stream is processed very fast, as soon as within 10 days. Now the second step is for the employee to file a work permit based on this LMIA for the Global Talent Stream. Now the particular thing that you need to note is there are two types of work permit applications. One is paper based, which is traditional application that can take anywhere between 2 to 3 months. And then now the Canadian government has also started online work permit application. I have made a detailed video on the process to obtain a work permit online. You can check that video out on my channel. But the key thing to note is if your work permit is based on Global Talent Stream, you should apply it online. That way you'll get an approval within 10 to 15 days. So this is very fast approval. It takes about 10 to 15 days for LMIA to be processed. If you have all the documentation ready for the work permit and if you process it online through GTS Stream, you can get your work permit within the next 10 to 15 days. So the entire process of LMIA plus work permit can be done within a month. Now there is another interesting fact that there are exemptions for this work permit. The fundamental reason of Global Talent Stream is to allow employers to have access to high skilled workers, temporary workers within a short period of time. So in some cases, if the duration of this requirement for a skilled individual to come into Canada is less than 30 days within a period of 12 months, then they don't even need a work permit. So that is an exception that is made in this Global Talent Stream process. But anybody who is going to come to Canada to work for a longer period of time can get the work permit within a month Global Talent Stream process. So I hope you found this video helpful, and for all the individuals out there who are looking for a job in Canada through STEM, which is science, technology, engineering and mathematics, and if you have an employer who is designated for Global Talent Stream, then your process can be much faster. You can have 15 days for LMI and 15 days to get a work permit, which is a very fast duration of time to obtain a work permit in Canada. So I hope you got value out of this video. If you need more information on the details of the actual application for work permit, I have a specific video that I have made dedicated for that, and you can check it out on my channel. If you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.